All right, so going in order, our next game, playing every game in order of release, is Dungeon Campaign on the Apple II. That's right, the Apple II. One of the first home computers ever released. I have never seen or played this game, so let's check out the artwork. Here's the box. A lot of the early computer games, since they were programmed by individuals, they just made their own. So pretty much they drew this themselves. You can tell by the... oh, here's our description. Dungeon Campaign is a game of high adventure, wherein a player directs an expeditionary force as it ventures into an underground labyrinth. The catacombs are filled with treasures and hazards, poisonous vapors and evil necromancers, stairways and pitfalls. That sounds fantastic, but what is it actually? How does it play? All right, looks like we got okay, not really different game versions, but let's see what Dungeon Campaign on the Apple II is like. All right, so like I've described before, any home computers took a very long time to boot up. We are going a little bit faster. All right, so we have the game up. The original Apple II was only black and white. We're playing a slightly enhanced one, so we got a little color, but we want to play Dungeon Campaign, so we push number 1 on the keyboard, and nothing is happening. Oh, it's still loading, okay. And we get an awesome graphic by Robert Clarity. Copyright 1979. This was homebrewed or made in 1978, and then they copyrighted in 1979. All right, so here we go. They're drawing a map for us. This is the map for level 1. Is it a maze game? I wonder if it's a dungeon crawler at the time. So they're building the map for us. The other thing I want to know is if this is generated every time we play as something different. The last episode, we found a rogue-like video game that came out before Rogue, which I had to fact check that. We played something called Beneath Apple Manor, and it was a rogue-like game before Rogue. So even though Rogue inspired the idea of a rogue-like game, this one came out before. And it looks like it's still building the level for us. Oh, wait, now they're going to go through level 2? So it's building the floors of what we're going to play. And in 1978, you would have to be drawing the map, I guess, at the time. Because if they show us what the levels are now, that really doesn't help us. We'd have to memorize the whole maze to know where to go. All right, everyone get out your graph paper and start sketching the map so we can play Dungeon Campaign on the Apple II. We played lots of different games, lots of different genres, and this level of video game is like a whole new level of nerd. You got the nerds who really enjoy arcade games and video games and console games, but then you go to the people that enjoy text adventure games and dungeon crawler games and the old computer games. That's the uber nerd. You're looking at them. But I don't know how many levels it's going to draw all the levels for us. Can we play? What happens if I push on the joystick? No, the buttons don't work on the joystick. What if I hit escape, enter? No. It's going to build all the... Well, how many levels is it going to build? I want to get to the Dungeon Campaign. I think it's only going to build the level, and we won't be able to play it yet. So we'll have to quit out of that one. I really wanted to see what it would be like, but it's not really giving us anything to go on for Dungeon Campaign. So sadly, we got to give that one a lower score just because it looks like it's not going to work correctly for us. Wait, there's one more thing we could try. Let's see if we can make this go faster. So we were going even faster than we were booting up the last home computer system. All right, here we go. Let's see if this one loads even faster than the other emulator we were playing on. Please let us play, and please let it be a roguelike. All right, let's try it again. Dungeon Campaign. Let's see. If it builds again, then we'll have to move on. Looks like it's still loading about the same. Oh, yeah. There's the artwork again. Fantastic. All right. Is it going? Please load. Welcome to 1978, where we played the slowest computer games. Yeah, it's building. Sorry. Looks like not gonna happen. All right. We gave it our best, but sorry, buddy. Looks like you're gonna get a I don't want to give it a 0. It might be really good, so too slow. We'll give it 0. Sorry, Dungeon Campaign. At least on the Apple II. Maybe we'll see it later. All right, moving on to our next game. Yeah, we got to play more VC 4000. This is paddle games. Everyone's got to have a paddle game. All right, let's take a look at paddle games on the VC 4000. All right, so which game mode do we want to play? We got different ones to select from. We'll try 3. And whenever we start, oh, it looks like this emulator, the paddles aren't, they only have a joystick plugged in. If you want to plug in the paddle, that's the one you could twist back and forth. Then we can play that way. No problem, no problem. Okay, so now we look, yeah, now we have an actual paddle that we can mess around with. All right, so here we go. Ooh, we get the cool sound effects too. Oh, I'm already losing the paddle game. But it's essentially Pong. The sound effects, though, we have something to work toward. I'm getting killed by a computer right now. There we go. And you have to have a second player. No one's programmed to play against me. But it's paddle games on the Interton VC 4000. That one gets a subpar. We'll say 2.5. It's lower than the average at the time. Our average is 3. So it gets below that. All right, moving on to the next game. This is Tank Battle and Air Battle, 2 games in 1. This is the home console released in Germany in 1978. Let's take a look at the artwork. Here's the box for it. As you can see, the #1 title is the German version, and we're going to be playing Tank Battle and Air Battle if we were to translate it. There's the example of the cartridge with just a plane and a tank on the cartridge. Nice. All right, let's see how Tank Battle runs. It's December 1978. We're playing Tank Battle and Air Battle. All right, so let's see how this one runs. This is me on the left is the red tank. Oh man, ugh, terrible tank noises. Whoa! When you blow up the tank, it like makes their sprite ginormous. And yeah, the joystick for the Interton, man, it's pretty clunky. So it's got the idea down. They're trying to make it as another tank or combat game, but doesn't have the delivery as the other one. So subpar. Oh, we didn't check out Air Battle though. Okay, we'll see what Air Battle's like, just in case. Air Battle may save it for him. We don't know. All right, so we want to change different games. Let's see. So if we change the game modes, it's changing what the map looks like of how we fight with our tanks. And then, are those the clouds? No, I want air. Where's our planes? Lots of different game modes, very similar to Atari. 16, 17, there we go, planes. Okay, so if we want to play the Air Battle, I'm now the red plane on the left side. And same idea. Oh, it has a nice color change whenever I go behind the clouds. But looks like it's working correctly. I have to have a second player. You can see the green plane is just flying dumbly against the backdrop there. But cool, okay. We've seen it before, but this is one of the first times people have seen it in Europe. All right, so this one is very standard for the time. We're going to give it 3 stars. Average for what we'd see in 1978.